for a representative, sometimes we vote for the party, but sometimes we vote for the person. We can never know how people vote. Now, if that representative, your representative, decides in his conscience he wants to cross over because he doesn't like the policies of this political party, that is also democracy. It is absolutely nothing wrong because we have adopted that system. Some countries make it illegal, but another 50% of countries in this world make it legal. So, party hopping, there's nothing wrong. So, the changing of numbers from 31 to 28, nothing wrong. And then you realize that when these numbers went wrong, Mr. Speaker suspended 3. Because these 3 were, in fact, the people that have changed the numbers. So systematically, 3 has been suspended. Then you have the 7 suspended. You can see that there is a purposeful game being played here to reduce the number of Barisan Nasional. And I'm saying this, although I am in a way attached on an ad hoc basis to Barisan Nasional work, but I am not a political animal. I have never been a member of any political party. I may have my sympathies, but I'm always I'm always loyal to the law and loyal to what is fair. To me, this is a systematic attack on a body so that the lawful body that has got the numbers is reduced in a systematic fashion so that even if they go back to the assembly, they cannot win across the floor of the state assembly. Now, all these are being watched by the Sultan himself, especially with the first 3. He realized that if he sends back these people to the assembly for what they call a floor test, it will never be cricket. It will never be fair play. So he decided to do what he did, and I feel that what he did was absolutely right and in accordance with law. Because time does not permit, I'll come back to you when it is during question time. Much of it. Thank you.
Thank you, Datuk Shafi. We'll have our second speaker now, Datuk Farizal. He has brought a lot of material for reference, so he wants to talk from where he's sitting. So please, Datuk, can you start now? You have 20 minutes. Thank you.
Terima kasih, Tuan Syed. Berbahagia Datuk Shafi, Mr. Na, and Mr. Rocky. If I may, I will, in the course of my explanation, interchangeably use Bahasa and English, if that is permissible. I think Datuk Shafi has really set the tone of tonight's discussion, which is that this crisis is not a crisis that was triggered on the 30th of January when Yang Berhormat Siva Kumar declared that there is a vacancy of 2 seats, iaitu kerusi Cangkat Jering dan Berang, and later on the 1st declare another seat to have been vacant, which is Jelapang. But in fact, it dates back to the 8th of March general election. That, I must say, I agree with Datuk Shafi on that. However, the issue, the crux of the issue here in Perak is that it all boils down to when the defection, or rather the exit of these 3 assemblymen from the Pakatan Rakyat Coalition. I must say that I am the team, the head of the legal team heading the Perak team. I believe Mr. Na is on the opposing side, and there are also few that I see here whom we have fought tooth and nail since February, March, and even April. What I intend to do is just elaborate on what Datuk Shafi has said. Okay, the first point that I pick up from Datuk Shafi is that on the appointment of Menteri Besar, the whole issue premise on the appointment of Menteri Besar, iaitu Yang Amat Berhormat Datuk Seri Dr. Zamri on the 6th of February, and then also the swearing in of him on that day, and later on the exco on the 10th of February. That was the triggering point of then the legal battles between the Barisan Nasional team of lawyers vis-a-vis the Pakatan Rakyat. Now, Datuk Shafi has correctly stated that Article 16(6) says that the prerogative of the Sultan here is that the moment the Menteri Besar ceases to command the confident, then our stand, the Barisan Nasional Lawyers stand, is that you do not have any choice. The moment you menghadap tuanku patik sembah supaya minta bubar, tuanku cakap tuanku tak bersetuju, the only thing that you have is to tender your resignation. There is no two ways about it. That is what our position is, and this is supported by the case of Datuk Amir Kahar. Now, what happened in Perak is not something new in Malaysia, tuan-tuan dan puan-puan. Di Sabah kita dah ada the case of Pairing Kitinggan, dan di Sarawak we have another case which is Datuk Stephen Kaluningkan. It's just that maybe information tak sampai. Now, dalam kes Datuk Amir Kahar lawan Tun Muhammad Said bin Keruak in 1994, bila mana Pairing Kitinggan, who was the Chief Minister of Sabah under the PBS government, lost the confidence, what he did is that he immediately tendered his resignation. Jika saya boleh dengan izin read dia punya press statement, I hope this could actually clear the air. The Right Honourable Datuk Joseph Pairing Kitinggan's message following his resignation as the Chief Minister of Sabah on 17 March 1994. Events in the last few days have forced a situation where we must tread carefully to avoid further deterioration of the political situation. The turn of events have brought about a situation much different from that of 21st February 1994 when I was sworn in as the CM of Sabah after Parti Bersatu Sabah had won 25 seats. With the appointment of 6 nominated assemblymen, the total was brought to 31. So that was it when he became the CM. Now, the situation is reversed with the Barisan Nasional having the majority of 33 seats to PPS 21, thus paving the way for it to form the next government. By convention, the CM will have to resign if the ruling party no longer has the majority support of the assemblymen. Under the present circumstances, where the PBS majority is greatly reduced to the mass exodus of its assemblymen to the BN, my position as Chief Minister is no longer tenable. Having taken all matters into consideration, I have therefore decided to resign from the post of CM. It is a sad decision, but nonetheless, I truly feel that it is the most honourable thing to do under the present circumstances. Itu kenyataan akhbar Datuk Pairing Kitinggan when he resigned in 1994. Now, let's look at what Datuk Sri Niza wrote to Tuanku Duli Yang Maha Mulia Paduka Sri Sultan Perak bila dia menghadap pada 5 bulan Februari. Saya pohon untuk baca. Ya. Pada 4 Februari, these are all court documents. Tuan-tuan dan perempuan boleh lihat lebih lanjut dalam blog UMNO online dan juga saya punya blog puu-amno.blogspot.com. I have exhibited all this sebab this is now a court document. Now, pada 4 Februari, Datuk Sri Niza menulis, ehwal adalah patik dengan segala hormat dan takzimnya merafak sembah. Maklum bahawa patik mohon perkenan ke bawah duli tuanku untuk pembubaran Dewan Negeri Perak dan Rizwan. Itu 4 Februari. Now, 5 Februari, this is what Datuk Sri Niza wrote to Tuanku Sultan bersama, iaitu saya terus pergi kepada perenggan kedua. Warkah yang tidak seperti ini sebagai pengganti diri patik untuk menyembahkan kepada Duli Yang Maha Mulia Tuanku mengenai